the DMR kind of thing. Little single tap rifle. And then the Sobek is also pretty decent. And Soma as well is also a pretty good choice early game. But if I had to pick between all of those, I would say go for the Heck, probably. The Heck is a pretty beefy shotgun early game. Oh, Jesus Christ, that speed boost pensions. I am just sliding all over. DMR sounds good. Also like bows, but I don't know if they actually scale their trap. I think bows suffer from the lack of clear in a game that really starts moving away from the like stealth and kind of pick off your opponent one-by-one approach as you progress through the game. So it becomes a bit of a weaker point. They are fun if you like taking your time and you play like on your own. If you like to play stealthy solo, you know, bows can work. Absolutely. It's just, you know, they lack a bit of the speed, or the clear speed, and the killing, I guess, overall kill per minutes, I guess, if you want to put a metric on it. So they're a bit awkward. But they're not bad. Like, you can make some really nasty bows with like the Dread, or even the, I guess the Paris now is kind of getting okay. But I would say maybe avoid bows until you get the Dread. At least the Dread has some really good power to it, and it's a slash-based one, so it does kind of scale. DMR sounds good. So yeah, I guess you could try the Latron, which is on the market. Oh, that is not the right one, but I'll take it. I would gladly take a Requiem mod, which is not the right one, but... I need to go look at what's in the dojos as well, because the dojo has 3 different labs. There's the Tenno lab, there's 4 labs actually. The Tenno lab, the Bio lab, the Chem lab, and the Energy lab, which are all different branches of tech. So you have the Tenno weapons, the Grineer, the Corpus, and the Infested. And they all have an array of weapons available. And some of them can actually be pretty good. It is in the Biolab. Well, I mean, some things are in the Biolab. Ignis, I think, is the Chem Lab, though. Because Biolab is Infested. Chem Lab would be Grineer. Let me... But yeah, so I think it would be Chem Lab for the Ignis. Ignis is also a pretty good item, a pretty good weapon to grab. Oops, my bad. Why did I cancel out of that? Oops, my bad. I'm totally not distracted. I'm totally not multitasking. Who said Dread? I did. The Dread is actually pretty solid. It is a slash-based bow, so you can scale into really nasty slash procs, and the thing about slash is that it bypasses any form of damage mitigation because it is a bleed. I don't think you can trade those, so also people will have like dozens of Dread blueprints. But I appreciate you, Raccoon. I do not think you can trade Dread BPs, because if you can trade Stalker blueprints, I desperately need a war, but I am fairly certain you cannot trade those. So I am very sad. I might just start running assassinations all the time and just be marked for death for like every single boss by Stalker and just trying to farm for a war. Because I am desperately looking for completion, and that's still missing to my arsenal. And this is just another level of speed clear that I've never seen before. I thought Gauss was fast, but Gauss with Volt is just a completely different level. Holy hell, we're just cruising.
Successful mission. Find extraction.
Oh, of course. Of course, the one time I actually get it, we score double. Thanks, man, Gems. Appreciate it. I will be good after that one, so I can actually go back and helping people. Thanks so much, though. Thanks for the help. Much appreciated. How does one farm the Dread BP? So you have to be marked for death by Stalker by killing a boss. So doing any assassination node after, I think you need to have done Second Dream, but I'm not sure if that's a requirement. You just need to be hunted by the Stalker, really. So you need to kill a boss. I don't think there is a requirement. No, you just need to kill a boss. Okay, I thought there was maybe a story progression requirement for it, but alright, I will hop out on this one. Thanks for your help, man, Gems. That was much appreciated. I'm gonna hop back to my lich hunting and also kind of guide Horna through some stuff. That is a perfect opportunity to. That is it? Yeah, okay. Thanks, Faith. Oh, hold on. I need to have the cat get out, actually. Good boy. So for the new and unfamiliar people, this is Bowser. This is the big boy. And also, he is upset. And he wants to leave. Go. He is soon to be the face behind a lot of our upcoming emotes, which are coming in the next few days by the fantastic and amazing Glass Turtle. So, shout out to our amazing emote artist. Actually, let me, wait, where can I do that? Hold on, where? Where can I do that?
The sentients are not laughing at my jokes. Did they?
Wait, how do I? Oh, and now you're back already. Okay, that's really great. How do I actually? There it is. Boom. It does look like that because I am currently on the streamer mode. So it prevents some stuff from happening that would be potentially spoilers. Yeah, that was recommended to me as well by Mangens because it does two things. It prevents spoiler stuff from happening, and it also completely blurs out the email on the login screen, which is also a very nice thing. Let's go over the few things we wanted to discuss. So a few early game weapons. As I suggested, still cat. Thanks, Worthy. Let me bring it back. Oh. Look at who's here. Hi. So we saw the big one. Here's the less big one. But this is Anakin, the other cat, who is also a black cat. He's a bit shy. He's a bit smaller, but he's also very nice. He's a very cute little guy. And he's gonna be the other half of our emotes. I don't think he knows what he's doing right now. He's kind of just sitting there. He's a bit unsure and kind of confused. Have to use the show cat? Yeah. So currently there's a 5-minute cooldown timer on it, but I might have to up the price and rework the cooldown if it becomes a little bit too difficult to manage. Because while they do love the attention, they don't always love being picked up and tossed around a little bit for a camera. So I'm gonna have to be careful with that. But I appreciate the redemption. Thanks for introducing the boys. Well, there's hardly 4 minutes left on it, but it is a 5-minute cooldown in theory. All right. So as I was trying to say, there's a good way to go through the market. Horna, I'm sorry, I kind of blanked out on your name. A good way to go through the market when you're first starting is you check this box here, which hides items that do not have a blueprint in the market. So everything that you see here, you can just buy the blueprint outright from the market and build it. So you have a few options in here. So like I said, the Corinth is also pretty decent depending on your MR. It is Mastery Rank 8, so it might take a little while before you can acquire it. I don't know what your current MR is. Since you said that you're on a new account, it might still be a bit lower. But the Corinth is a pretty good shotgun. I think I made the list for MR6, so it might have some other options that are missing. Your MR5 tomorrow? Okay, gotcha. So you're about the same point as Raccoon was when I did the list. So it is still a pretty accurate assessment. So the Latron is the one I was talking about. It is kind of an old weapon at this point, but it is, you know, kind of decent in the early stages of the star chart, so you can still get by with it. It does get better in higher levels. There's an upgrade for it that you can get later on that you can slap on either this one or the Prime or the Wraith. So, you know, this is pretty decent. Carrack, that's your, like, fairly straightforward and standard, like, assault rifle-ish type gun. Similar as the Soma, but Soma is MR6, so a little bit higher. But that's pretty much the other like assault rifle equivalent you can get later. Okay, Carrack is what you've been using. I guess if you want something that has more punch, the Heck. Can't go wrong with that. The trusty Heck. It is pretty punchy. It is pretty powerful, but it's a shotgun, so you know you need to be a little bit closer to get the full value out of it. But that is a very, very strong, very punchy gun. And later on, it can also be upgraded, well, replaced by an upgraded variant, either the faction one or later on even the Kuva variant. But this is really strong. There's also the Sobek, but Sobek is MR7, so that's gonna be a little while later. But Sobek is also pretty decent. Everything else is pretty much higher. But let's see. Let's go to the dojos. So if you actually get invited to a clan and you craft your clan dojo key, which, by the way, it takes like 12 or 24 hours to craft, so make sure you actually start your dojo key craft once you get invited. We can go look at some options in there, which are not in the standard market. I'm just joining a dojo. Okay. Sure. So from here, you can fast travel to the 4 different labs. So Energy Lab is for Corpus weapons, Chem Lab is for Grenier weapons, Bio Lab for Infested, and then Tenno Lab for, you know, the Tennos. So here, let's look at primaries. So the Cyberus, I don't know that I would recommend it. It is a weird weapon, because it does work like on the lever action rifle mechanism, so it kind of shoots 2 shots in quick succession, and then you have to re-click. So it is a bit spammy. It has decent damage, and it's kind of even on all 3 physical types. So it's, you know, it's pretty solid. But it's a double burst. So you click, you shoot 2 shots. You click, you shoot 2 shots. So it's a bit awkward, but it can work. Baza's pretty fine, pretty fun for like an SMG. So the Baza is actually a pretty good gun, I think. Also, it has the benefit of being completely silent, if that's something you care about. So it is a fully silent weapon, just stock. So that could be interesting for some like stealth gameplay. Piranha is a pretty cool sidearm, but oh no, never mind, it's MR12. And yeah, you do get a bunch of different frames you can research in here. So Nezha is actually really fun. Nezha is actually a really cool frame to start playing with. I am a big fan. Then you got Banshee. Volt is also, you know, a pretty much a staple. Wukong as well. Wukong is yeah. Nezha is surprisingly very tanky. you can make Ninja super tanky and really scale into the higher end stuff pretty well. It also comes with a very strong damage amp ability using Blazing Chakram. You can really increase the damage you deal to enemies using that. So that's also another option to scale your damage without, you know, really focusing too much on the weapons themselves. So that's actually a really cool frame. And then this one, Warding Halo, gives you a lot of durability because it gives you a lot of damage buffer, which is really strong. And then if you use Divine Spears, you actually get a lot of crowd control. And, you know, Firewalker is just a quality of life to me. It does some damage, but mostly it gives you movement speed, which is really fun. So yeah, Ninja is a really cool frame. Pretty happy with that one. Actually, everything that's in here, except maybe Banshee, is still stuff you can run like reliably all the way into the late game. Banshee takes maybe a little bit more work and some augments, but everything else here can be run like default almost to a pretty high success rate. Let's see if there's any other... Wait, no, I didn't want to go here. Wukong is comparable to Titania to run Thermal Thunderrod for speed and cracking relics. Yeah, I bet. You know, it definitely has a lot of speed to it. Let's say for energy, this is 10, 8, 14, no. There's not much here that I would recommend that is in your reach currently. A lot of this would be just mastery fodder nearly. OcuCore, once you have access to it, is really good. So getting that is not a bad option because you can get something really strong with it. But like out of the box, it's not fantastic. You kind of need an augment to really make it shine. So I wouldn't go too hard on that one. But it does have a lot of potential later. You hate that weapon? It is really strong though. You can have a lot of success with that weapon. But yeah, you kind of have to love it. Okay, so there it is. So Ignis is in the Biolab. So this is basically a your standard flamethrower, which you might be familiar with, having played in the past. It is MR5, so as soon as you get there, you know, it is a good option. And you can upgrade it to the Wraith variant at MR9. Or, well, upgrade to the Wraith version, because you just have to craft a new one and get rid of the old one, which is just a straight upgrade in every aspect. But yeah, the Ignis and the Ignis Wraith are very strong weapon to go through the star chart with. Fairly reliable, and you just need to be in a clan for it. So just grab those. The rest is kind of skippable, or at least until later. Nucor, you know, Nucor is pretty good for sidearms. It is definitely not as good. It is not as good as the Kuo variant, but it is a pretty good starter weapon at level 4. You can probably make something interesting with it. The craft cost is maybe a bit annoying. The Dead Knight injectors and the Formas are kind of eh. Yeah, the Kuva Nucor is really good. The regular one is, you know, it functions. It's not nearly as powerful, but it is an interesting little gun. So you could definitely look into that one for a sidearm. For melees, not really. And yeah, and then for the Biolab, I am not a fan of the bio weapons, but some people like them. If you want to take some head start on the really end game, you could grab the Torrid, but the default mode of the Torrid is not great. It just has a very strong high-end augment you can slap onto it that makes it a killing machine. But as is, out of the box, it is pretty mediocre. But you can take a little head start and pre-craft it, but that's just about it. Mutalis Quanta has some very niche uses, but can be good, and also has an augment mod, but I wouldn't recommend using that as a main weapon for a while. Just kind of exists until then. I guess same here for Dual Toxocyst, but that's really high rank. Well, high, 11, but higher than where you are. So yeah, that's probably what I would say right now. So take a look at the dojos, look at the different sections if there's anything you can pick up. And if there's anything that strikes you, go ahead and pick them up. There's definitely a couple of options for frames and weapons. And yeah, stuff like Neja, if you actually build it, has a lot of power and defenses to it, so you can actually make it pretty functional into the later game. And it might help you with your early game struggles if you need more damage, because it does have a damage amp on it. Oh, that's really cool, Raccoon. So glad you could actually make that build work. Happy to hear that you're having a lot more success with your Mirage. 1,000% for your third ability, if I get that correctly. I guess we could bust out the Fenmore and Neja a little bit for a little showcase of Neja. Yeah, the Epitaph is also really nice. Yeah, Ocucore has the potential of being one of the strongest weapons in the game if you have the augment mod for it, which is very potent. But you kind of have to like how the gun works fundamentally to even just consider running it. Just running it because it's good will just burn you out on it because you won't actually enjoy your time playing it. Makes everything easier now? Awesome. Glad to hear it. Oops, nope, we're not. We're going friends only. But glad to hear that. Love hearing that you're making good progress and that you're enjoying your time. That's what I'm about. That's what I love.
Your target is the system mainframe. Deliver the payload.
You're a fan of any weapon that lets you hold the mouse button down and win? I hear that. I hear that. Still slacking the energy department. That will be a little problem for a while, but you know, if you do have, I'm sorry. Okay. Sure. All right, bud. Can I get out? Thanks. It might be a problem for a little bit. If you have access to your Zeneric School and Wellspring, you can use that to help. Otherwise, you will have to get you some Arcane Energize Arcanes to get you some energy regen or some energy sustain. Although you could look at is it the Death Cube that has a preset that every X amount of assists he drops an energy orb? My Hydrate is completely disabled? That shouldn't be. I may have messed something up with it. You cannot click it? Well, I'll look into it in a second. That is definitely not intended. Wait, he does? Hold up, what? Wait, what did I... Did I do something? I'm confused now. I'm kind of... Death Cube. Oh, yeah. Posture check. Yep.
Your target is the reactor.
Alright, I'm sitting up right now. I'm not slouching anymore. Thanks for that. But yeah, I think Death Cube has a preset that makes it so every X amount of assists he pops an energy orb. I'll have to look into it, but I think I used that for a long time when I first started. And that helped me out tremendously in the early days. Before focus schools were a thing and before arcanes were a thing. Death Cube was the MVP. Wow, that was like some spider sense bullshit. Through my chakram and you just kind of bounce out of the way. I'll look into the Hydrate Redeem after this mission. I might have messed up the cooldown on it. Oh, that's really sweet, man, Gems. I appreciate you doing that for the new players.
Target destroyed. Proceed to the extraction point.
I love that. I love that sort of the Warframe community. A lot of people are really cool to the new Tennos, and I really appreciate that. Think you're gonna farm like 30 Occucore augments to hold on to? I mean, that's a pretty solid option. They are bound to go back up because a lot of people are going to be late adopters and are not going to be here while Knights of Navarus is rolling, and I think I might need to make like a username list over in the Discord or something so we can actually keep track of the people from the channel. But I don't want to have everything tied to Discord as well, so it's... yeah, I don't know. We'll, yeah, the augment does make the Occucore a ton more comfortable to use. It helps tremendously. Alright, we're almost out of here. What else? Oh yeah, the command. The command. Where is it? Viewer rewards, there we go. Yeah, Occucore, Sentient Surgeon, Saren. Yeah, definitely. Power-ups and channel points. Let's see here. What did I break? Hydrate. Edit. Oh. Alright, there we go. It should be fixed now. I guess adding a cooldown to it also made it like 1 redemption per stream only. And I guess let me add something here. Go, and then we'll go with like a kind of violet, purplish, bluish. Yeah, that's good enough, right? Yeah. All right, let's create that. Awesome. All right. Does the Halloween event have something worthwhile for a new player, or is it just cosmetics? It does have a few things that are nice, but I wouldn't say there's anything that's like crucial that you get ASAP. So you can probably skip the first iteration of it, or we can probably get you some spares and then trade them whenever you get there, but nothing that's like super primordial. Also, thanks for the hydrate redemption. So I did fix it. So by adding a cooldown to it, I actually accidentally put only 1 redemption. You can power farm with people right now. Yeah, there's plenty of ways to go about it. So if you have access to Knights of Navarus, you can do some mother bounties, get some tokens, and buy some stuff. But yeah, most of the stuff is kind of not new player directed. Wings, if you want to play hard mode and have you completely blind and have your screen, like 2/3 of your screen taken up, yeah. The wings are kind of a bummer. So yeah, so basically this is what it offers right now. There's like 2 weapon blueprints, which are kind of okay. Most people would consider them MR fodder, so I wouldn't worry too much about them just yet. There's like the sheave, which I think you can get from Invasion. Yeah, Basmu's fine. I guess the biggest thing about the Basmo is that it's battery based. So being battery based means you don't have like any ammo capacity to care about. Yeah, Sentient Surge is the biggest deal. Definitely, this mod right here is the biggest deal. Color palette's nice. Yeah, color palette is not. Hold on, my cat just locked himself inside my office. He's an idiot. Don't mind him. Just cat things? Exactly. Yeah, so obviously, like, cosmetics are as high a priority as you make it. Thanks for that. My screen just went black. and the cat came back in. I am starting to hate these monitors because they keep going dark on me with no apparent reason. Hold on. Okay, we're good. It's back. Okay. It's between 20-30 runs to get everything pretty much. Yeah, I mean, depending on closer to 50 on non-SP, yeah, it really depends on how, like, what difficulty you can actually tackle this and what is your interest in most of the stuff. So this thing here is the absolute worst because it blocks your screen massively and is not usable, but they look cool. So take that as you will. And yeah, the sheave is, I think you can get it from Invasion as well, so it's not as needed. This is all a lot of cosmetic. How fast? I guess it really depends. So these cost 200 to get the whole lot, and those are actually gameplay. Fashion over function. You see, there's two schools of thought here. I tend to care. I tend to gear my frames the most basic way possible to not interfere too much, but other people will just go for all visual and nothing else. So I guess it really depends on how high of a difficulty you can tackle those bounties.
See you soon?
You do need like anything that's gameplay related. Let's see. So the color palette is 125, which is roughly. Nothing else, sir. My frames are well built. Thank you very much. Well, I didn't say they were not well built. I'm just saying that I don't value the same kind of stuff. But so like 125 for me is basically one bounty set because the bounty sets I run are pretty high reward value. Go to Mother and you go to bounties.
Yes, there are bounties.
I typically run this one, which is non-steel path, but are they boostable? You know, finds in high places. Yeah, I mean. We can take you through it with us as well. You're more than welcome to join. So I typically run this one, the highest non-steel path one, because I don't see a big benefit versus the steel path ones for like the time versus reward. So I tend to just run this one, which is 126 base plus the bonuses if you run all the bonus objectives. So this is relatively fast. Gives you about 150 something tokens per run. So like one run gives you the palette, 2 runs gets you all the ZAW components. You also get like 1 or 2 copies of the mods, so you can get by really quickly as long as you just run a couple bounties.
You may prove useful.
Just don't run those super low ones. Try to at least run like this tier or this tier. So if you can get through this one, you'll get plenty of tokens. Can you send the build to see if it's decent? Yeah, absolutely, Raccoon. I will try my best to assess it. I'm not the best build maker, but I definitely do try and you know, dabble in a little bit of build making. But I'm not an expert. But we will have the entire feedback with the chat. You doubt you can run anything past 30 on your own? Well, if you're looking to get some of those mother tokens, just let us know. You need that loadout add-on for Twitch? Is that a thing? I would be happy to add that. I just need to figure out how that works. It's a budget build? Let's see here. At least, yeah, you'll have a new frame tomorrow. Well, I mean, obviously, yeah, like you could use a few pieces here and there for like more levels in those two, but that's a pretty good start, I would say. Also, I don't know what the polarity on those two are, but you could probably save some capacity by moving those polarities or reformatting your slots in order to get something else. But I guess you did put Energy Nexus in from getting it by Mangems. Also, eventually you might want to replace Redirection with something like Adaptation or maybe something similar. But yeah, I mean, it looks good to me. you just need to kind of max out your mods progressively, and maybe fix those. Also, it's 5 a.m. for you watching on your tablet in your bed. Well, I appreciate the commitment. I'm glad to know that you actually think it's worth watching while you're in bed. But well, yeah. If you ever need, you know, you need some help with running bounties and all that stuff, feel free to hit me up, or you know, anyone that's in the chat, or like I said, all the way from Finland. Well, I'm happy to know that I have people from Finland. That's pretty awesome. I'm from Canada. I'm from Canada myself, all the way on the east coast of Canada. So, hi from the other side of the ocean. But yeah, we have people from all over the place. We have people from the UK. We have people from New Zealand. We have people from the US, from Canada. We are international now. So that's pretty cool. Also, why am I going out? Also, yeah, like we have a bunch of people that are super helpful in the community. Whether it's in Twitch chat or in Discord, we have a bunch of people always willing to help, always willing to give some advice. Wait, why am I here? Why am I? You'll join the Discord? Oh yeah, awesome. That's great. So !Discord, or there is a link just under the channel for the Discord server. But otherwise, you can just do !Discord in the chat, and it will pop a link to join. Exactly. Thanks, Bonks. So we maybe there's someone around when you're yeah, absolutely. So this current time is my evening streams, but do you know where you are and what you're doing? No. As a matter of fact, I am constantly wondering what the hell I am doing. Thanks for asking, though. But yeah, so this current time is my evening streams, which is kind of happening at any time. My regular stream time is basically 12 hours from now is my start time. So I usually start at 10 a.m. my time, which is 12 hours from now. So basically what is going to be 5 p.m. for you. So from 5 p.m. to about 12 for you is basically when I'm normally live. So you have a pretty good chance of seeing me during your evenings, which also means that you'll probably see a lot of the people that are currently in chat also available. So that if that works for you, I'll be there during those times. And if not, you know, you can coordinate with people in Discord. We have tons of people that are super helpful and always willing to help. So you might find someone else that could be that could match your timing. We have a bunch of EU players, so you might find someone that's able to link up with you. Now, actually, I'm gonna start doing something that I know and that I'm aware that I'm doing, which is finishing this lich before my mind kind of blows and goes into into repair mode. No, not excavation. Sure, disruption. That's fine. I swear I am okay. I am functional. I am not completely dead. I'm able to function. It is just some night stream shenanigans. So yeah, I'm not even sure where I was, but now I'm in this mission. I'm doing this disruption, and I'm trying to kill a lich. Convert, not kill. Convert. I want to keep Bud. Bud's the Bud. I want to keep him alive. Thanks. Oh shit. Okay. Glad to have you aboard in the Discord, Horna. Make yourself at home. You can look around. We have some roles if you like. If you'd like to know whenever I go live, I have some notification you can opt in to get. You can check the Warframe game, so you can actually see the channels for it, and just hang out and get to know people. We have a bunch of general chat as well. Oh, you literally missed everything after the Discord link appeared. So you missed everything that I might have said, which is, a bit awkward, but I'm willing to go back over it if you missed everything I said. I was mostly just talking about my schedule and how I might line up with yours a bit better, because if you missed that, the current time I'm streaming right now is my evening, so it is currently 10 p.m. my time, and I sometimes do 8 to midnight evening streams, especially on Tuesdays. And my regular stream time will start about 12 hours from now. So my regular stream time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. my time, which happens to be 5 p.m. to midnight your time. So if that time fits better for you, you're more than likely to see me online whenever you're on your evenings. And that also means that you'll probably find a lot of people from my community and my chat available at those hours as well. Plus, we have a fair few EU people in the community that can link up with you over Discord or while I am live. So definitely look out for that. We have a lot of EU-friendly hours and EU people, so you won't be on your own. Awesome. Happy to hear that. I very much focus on trying to help new people get into the game and kind of get accustomed to it, and get back into it, as it were, for you. So happy to help any way I can. So yeah, feel free to look around and get familiar with the Discord. We have a bunch of different general topic channels and game-related channels, but so far there's not many games. There's Warframe, and we might revisit Wayfinder in the near future because they have their 1.0 update. But Warframe is the current main focus of the channel. We'll see about adding other games as we go through them or as people request them. Forbidden Snacks. Two of the other friends who got negative who got negative? Oh, Plat. Okay, yeah, who got negative Plat, I assume. Hey, good evening, Turtle. Good to see you. Welcome to one of the rare evening streams. Two of your friends who got negative Plat played Plat. Two haven't returned, so you've been going at it solo, so good for some company. Awesome. Well, happy to be here, and happy to give you a little place to call home. I'm sure we'll have plenty of people that are willing to help you out and autocorrect this doing its thing. I'm getting used to it. A lot of people are on mobile, so I am used to people having autocorrecting their messages, and I kind of got pretty decent at interpreting what the actual meaning is, even though I still read it wrong the second time. But yeah, I am more of a solo player, except for playing with my chat. I will generally be doing stuff on my own, just so I can actually focus on interacting with you guys more than just focusing on the game. But I'm always open to playing with people from the community and from the chat. So yeah, I'm glad to count you as part of the community. Just happy to have you. And where was I going? I don't even know. But yeah, so hey Turtle, enjoy your evening lurk. If you're going to be just lurking as usual, appreciate it. Oh yeah, just doing the slitch and trying to not get brain melted. The evening streams are really taking a toll. You feel like the tired brain starting to not brain? Yeah, that combined with the fact that I'm trying to English when my brain is trying to French, it's... yeah.
There is a large platoon of Grenier Marine stationed here.
Just second language things. No. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to call you. I didn't mean to judge it. I truly, genuinely appreciate lurkers very much. So you're more than welcome to just lurk as usual. I didn't mean anything bad by that. No, don't. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say that as like a call out to you. I truly appreciate people that lurk. I even have a custom emote in the works for lurkers. So you're good. I keep you in mind all the time. Lurkers are the lifeblood of the channel. So don't feel bad about it. Well, I didn't want to make you sad because I saw that sad emoji and I didn't want to make you sad. It's weird because outside of streaming, I'm not much of a talker myself, which is very, very contradictory. Because as soon as I'm on stream, I just never stop talking. But in life in general, in social environments, I am very much the quiet guy. I don't talk much. So, you can start to see the Canadian? Yeah. Well, I do this thing where I always tell people that are saying sorry that it is my job to be sorry, so, you know, gotta live up to the stereotype. Yeah. I just want this place to be a place where people are just happy to be here and comfortable, so if they're comfortable lurking and just not chatting much, that's fine by me. I appreciate the support in any way, shape, or form. And lurking is just as appreciated. I try to make a note of it every stream because I appreciate you guys, even if you're not like super chatty, and that's fine. But, you know, as usual, thanks for being here. You're quiet hermit when you speak your native language, but in English you're actually pretty talkative. You know, that might have something to do with it because, you know, my English is not my native language either. So I guess it's kind of maybe a thing. Maybe like speaking in English sends my brain into overdrive and kind of makes me super talkative and very, very outgoing, I guess. Or it's a camera up in my face. I don't know. I'm just happy to be here and to have people to hang out with. Like, I keep saying that this streaming thing is not just about me, it's a community effort and something that I want to do for everyone that shows up. And that's still true. Like, I want to make something where you guys can actually also benefit and contribute. You don't even have the rally English accent that a lot of Finns have? Is it really that common? I mean, I guess you guys do have a lot of rally drivers, don't you? That's actually kind of funny. Or is it another kind of rally? I kind of made that association, but it might not be completely accurate. Wait, no, not... Why am I clicking here? This is what I'm looking for. I think it's generational. The younger generation speaks English better. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense, which kind of applies here too. You know, here in Quebec, English was kind of not really well seen for a long time. People were really judgmental of non-French speakers, and I mean, a lot of people still are, but that's mostly the old generation. But yeah, people tend to be very critical of non-French speakers in Quebec, and that kind of messes with a lot of shit. And yeah, but the younger generations are a lot more open to learning English and are generally better at it. But it's still a very mixed thing. I had the luxury of starting to learn English at a very young age. You got successful rally drivers and motorsports drivers of all sorts. Oh yeah, I do know of the metal, the amount of metal bands from your region. I am a pretty big fan of a couple of those. You said Finland, right? Yeah, Finland. Well, one of my favorite bands of all time, you most likely already heard about it, which is Children of Bodom. One of my all-time favorite bands. So, you know, pretty big fan of them.
Excellent work.
Sadly, we won't hear much from them anymore, but
Your part is done here, Tenno.
that's what you get when you live in darkness for 8 months of the year. You know, that... You know, you got a point there. You just walk on and everything dies. You love it. That's awesome, Raccoon. I'm glad to hear you're having a lot of good progress on your Mirage and your account in general. Really happy to hear that. Here we live in the cold for like half a year, so we're kind of familiar with certain aspects of where you're at. It's mostly the cold, but not the darkness too much. But it is starting to get really dark really early now. Oh shit. I am awful, very awful at catching ad breaks. I really need to get off that auto scheduler and just manually run them. I did try to look at bots that warn us of incoming ad breaks, but I couldn't really find anything that kind of worked unless you don't ever snooze them. So I don't really know how to go about it. Maybe I'll have to look a bit more into them. Yeah, I know. What a failure of a streamer. Letting ads play during gameplay. Man. That's so shitty. Wait. Oh. That was the opposite direction. Not a real streamer until you go, oh shit, ads? Well, I'm a real streamer since like day one of being an affiliate. I've been messing up ad timings all the time.
This all you got? Next time you pay more.
Nice one, Bongs. Are Anakin's toe beans the same color as Bowser's? That is a good question. Let me confirm. Hello, sir. Can you let me confirm something? Yeah. Yeah, he has the same color beans. Nah, nothing good on the news, just laughing at idiots. Well, you know. At least you're having a laugh out of it, so that's nice. Yeah, Warman is he is kind of carrying the mantle, but I was devastated to hear that Lio passed. He was a big inspiration of mine, and I still hope one day to maybe properly give myself the time to learn the guitar and try to learn some of his stuff. Other monitor kind of shit the bed now. These monitors are just so finicky. I just messed up my monitor order. Okay, one sec. I need to reorganize everything. Guitar learning streams one? Never. I am way too self-conscious and embarrassed to actually play guitar in front of people. At least for the time being. I wish I felt comfortable and good enough to actually play guitar, but yeah.
A combination of heightened dopamine levels.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
One day I do hope to maybe able to play some of their tracks. I did start learning. I did start learning. Is it Bed of Razors or Black Widow? I forgot which one of the two I started learning. Oh, let me boot up Guitar Pro. Anakin learning guitar streams when that's probably gonna never gonna happen either, because he's just a little guy. Bed of Razors, yeah, that's the one. So I did start learning Bed of Razors, and I'm kind of okay at it. But you know, it is Bed of Razors, so it's not exactly a very very hard track to play. And I'm also just playing the rhythm guitar part. But you know, baby steps. I can play some tracks by like The Offspring, which is very, very simple. Have you tried playing guitar with beans? It's even funnier when you think that Tazzy, well, Glass Turtle, but Tazzy is originally British, so it has a whole new meaning.
Operator, you have remembered well how the Tenno arm themselves.
Damn British and their beans. Beans on toast and now beans on guitar? Crazy. Stairway to Heaven when? I've actually never thought about learning that one. I know it's kind of like the staple, you know, track that everyone starts learning, but... Well, yeah, you know, chili is a different thing, because, you know, chili has beans, but chili isn't just beans. It's a bunch of things, including beans. Open mechanic baked beans on a guitar will make noise. That it will. It will make noise. I don't know about pleasing or pleasant noises, but it will make noise for sure. Also, it might completely and permanently ruin the electronics on the guitar, but you know, you can play guitar with beans once. Anyways, that's a pretty wild tangent to go off on. I'm sorry. Hey, there he is. Hey, buddy. Or no, it's just Bud, not Buddy. Okay, okay. Nice. Alright, cool. So we just confirmed 2 Requiems right then, so that's really good. Nice. So, with Ool, we can effectively finish the Lich next time we encounter it, or we can just farm more Requiems until we have the 3rd one. But we do have all the knowledge we need. Oh god, they're destroying it. They're destroying the objective. You can run an M through a can of beans? I mean, yeah, you can. I guess that is a thing you can do. I don't know if it's going to sound good, but it is a thing you can do. Soggy toast is... Oh, yeah. Well, no, actually, there's one thing worse than soggy toast. Soggy, untoasted bread. Like, just soggy, plain bread. That's even worse. Because the soggy toast at least still has some consistency to it, or has like some... Well, no, because cereal still have a crunch for a little while at the very least, unless you let them soak in the milk forever. But like, soggy bread... You're weird and you don't like beans on toast served with the beans on the toast. You prefer it on the side that you can scoop them. Well, yes, because that means that the toast doesn't get soggy by the time you get to put it in your mouth. That I understand. Like, you know, sometimes we put like... Or, like, I like to dip a piece of toast in, like, a runny egg yolk. Like, just dipping a little bit of the bread on the egg in the egg yolk makes it really good, but I wouldn't soak it in egg yolk before eating it. Although that makes kind of French toast, sort of. But that's besides the point. You also don't eat cereal with milk except certain cereals. I don't know, man. Just boiled egg and casually you work at 5 a.m. Your sleep schedule is also really the worst. Well, I mean, at least you're awake. And oh, I left the fucking data mask behind. Wait, no. I was wondering why I was using my sidearm and I switched to my primary, but I was carrying the data mask. I'm stupid. But you know what? Your sleep schedule, having you awake at 5 a.m. means you discovered this channel. So, yeah, nothing happens for no reason. You know, it was meant to be, or something like that. I don't know. I'm just trying to rationalize it. But yeah, if you want an idea of like, I don't even know if it's French Canadian food, or I don't even know if other regions do that, but we have something here called a hot chicken, which is basically pieces of chicken. It's like you take a rotisserie chicken, you pull pieces off of it, you slap that between two pieces of bread, and then you cover it in gravy and green beans, like, and it's literally the worst. That's like school cafeteria meals that sound really cheap and taste really cheap, and it's really soggy and kind of gross. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes my brain kind of acts faster than my mouth spits out words faster than my brain can process it, and I say things that make no sense like that. Yeah. At least, you know. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's late. My brain's in little shambles, but I'm having fun, and you know, I'm making you guys laugh, I guess. I'm just here for the entertainment. At least you're able to enjoy the content, is what I meant to do. I meant to. That's what I meant to say. I swear I'm okay. I'm not having a stroke. I'm, you know. Yeah. Yeah. I'm great. Chicken between bread, yes. Beans, no. Well, you know. Well, as soon as I'm done with this mission, I'll pull up a picture of what I'm talking about, and we'll see how you guys feel about it. I don't know why I have that on my mind now, because we've started talking about sake bread and beans on toast and all kinds of other stuff, so it kind of needs to be shown so you guys have an actual idea. Yeah, brain short-circuiting. I guess it's the brain trying to do so many things at once, trying to handle like conversations and the game and all that stuff. I used to think I can manage this game without thinking, but clearly I cannot. Clearly my brain needs to be focused on what I'm doing right now, because I am just confused. But I'm confused but happy. So I guess that's not the worst thing. Yep. Okay, only 22 seconds left for this, and then yeah, exactly. I am very excited to introduce those emotes whenever they're done, Tazzy. You've been doing amazing work on those. Yes, basically that's what it is, Doggy. You know, my brain kind of has to translate everything on the fly, which is taking a lot of my brain power. Yeah, that's a good way to kind of describe it. And sometimes it kind of gets lost in translation, or it just stops processing properly, and it just kind of.
Excellent work, Tenno.
All right, so let me bring up this ungodly monstrosity that is. Actually, this I can remove all of those tabs because I'm no longer interested in those. There we go. Where can I find the most proper looking one, at least? No, that is not the right thing. This one looks gross as hell. I guess this is probably the best example of it. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that would be it. Yeah. So this... Wait, where are you guys? Okay, this screen. Your mind stops working quite often. I'm glad to know I'm not the only one. It is kind of a... It is kind of a thing for my brain to encounter every now and then. Yeah, thanks, Dazzy. I appreciate that. So, yeah, I guess this is. Hold on. Oh, I need to. Where did OBS end up? Okay, it's over here. Why is it over here? It needs to go here. Window capture. This. All right. So this. I present you this ungodliness. And then this version as well. So it's just 2 pieces of white bread with chicken in the middle, coated in gravy and just peas. Why? Because otherwise the bread wouldn't get soggy, and that's kind of a requirement, I guess, for hot chicken. Like, they even make canned gravy with that specific thing in mind. That's a very Quebec thing. You just make the gravy specifically for that style. I hate it. Why does that have to be a thing? But then on the other hand, we have poutine, which is the exact polar opposite of that, which is some of the finest cuisine you can find here. I guess it's similar to Yorkshire puddings, but they're like little pastry cups specifically to serve gravy in. Yeah, that's different because it's meant to be with gravy. White bread is not meant to be with gravy. The only somewhat liquid thing white bread should touch is the batter to make into not French bread. French toast. Jesus Christ, my brain tonight. So French toast is probably the only thing that you should dip bread in something liquid for. Like, just dip it in the mix, put it in the pan, come out with French bread. Or French toast. Yep. Tonight is one of those nights. Anyways. I don't know that I would get hungry talking about hot chickens, but talking about poutine though, that I can get behind. Oh. Ew. And also it's like heavy brown gravy that actually really soaks up in the bread and makes it just a mushy paste. It's really fucking disgusting. Yeah, French toast is really, really good. There are several ways to prepare it and to go about it, but good French toast is really delicious. Thanks, Fate. Appreciate that. Not at all stereotypical. Here's all the French words I know. Sentence. That's very, very kind of you. Also, I like how it ends with just French toast, which is not even like actual French. Yeah, like actually, one of the best French toasts I've ever had was a sweet and salty French toast with. You need to see the toast song. Do I though? The line is from it. Ah, gotcha. But yeah, some of the best French toast I've had was you know, a piece of French toast with peanut butter on it, slices of bacon, and maple syrup on top. And it is delicious. It is absolutely fantastic. And I know it doesn't sound like it, but it is amazing. So yeah, you have that saltiness from the peanut butter and the bacon, and you have the sweetness of the maple syrup and the French toast combined, and it's just
Now is your chance to
absolutely delicious. Can you have that now? Well, just ask Fate to make you some.
never works again.
I'm sure he's willing to help you out. You need a machine that can conjure up meals ready to eat. That is called magic, and we don't do that here. Sadly. Oop. Oop. Jealous now. You're allergic to peanut butter. Oh, that's so sad. That is really sad, doggy. But you know, there's alternatives. You can definitely make something work that is still like bacon and maple syrup and something else to put on, or just eat it plain. You know, just eat it plain with maple syrup and bacon. But the peanut butter really adds to it. Oh, hold on. I need to honor that first redemption from Orna. Also, please tell me if I ever mispronounce your names, guys. I'm very, very serious about not messing up people's names. So if I do mispronounce it for some reason, please do let me know, and I will correct it as much as I can. Lately, the names have been pretty fine, but you know, I always run across certain names where I'm like, and my brain short circuits. So, on pancakes is very nice. Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely a lot of toppings and ways to appreciate pancakes and all sorts of breakfast foods. You're one of the few people who got it right. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I am actually pretty happy. I do try to, you know, be sensible on how I read names before I actually pronounce them, but sometimes they just kind of come out wrong, and well, that's different, bonks. But if you prefer that I call you Tech, I'll call you Tech. It's up to you. I just kind of got used to calling you bonks from the Lost Ark days, but if you'd rather move away from that name, I'll call you Tech. That's fine by me. You just never corrected me until then.
My rules, your money, my money.
That is fair. Yeah. I mean, I do call Glass Turtle Tazzy all the time, and yeah. Yeah, but you're right. It would be easier for people to know that I'm referring to you if I called you Tech. So I'll just do that. And then that is fairly sensible. Oh no, not one whole endo stolen. This fucker, he's got to die now. That's it. He's dead. He stole one endo. Can't have that. Oh, hold on. I almost forgot. I need to swap my things around. Okay, so we know Zata's in the right spot at the second slot, and we know that Lok is not in the right spot. Wait, it's not even Lok, it's Jahu. I'm a fucking idiot. Alright, don't mind me. I put the wrong mod in. Yep. We're doing great today, guys. That's all good. Yeah, my brain is getting a bit tired, but you know, I'm doing all right. We're you know, keep trucking.
There's a large platoon of Grenier Marines stationed here. Leave no one standing.
I'm still able to talk, and you know, I don't have to manually breathe yet, so I'm not really at a point where my life is in danger. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll be happy to explain. So I'm currently hunting a Kuvalich. So that's a system that got introduced probably a couple years after you stopped playing. That is above your pay grade. So they added a few systems to kind of revitalize certain games, certain pieces of content in the game. By the way, everyone is not aware they haven't blinked in a while. Thanks for that. Much appreciated. It's kind of in line with the manual breathing, so I'll bless you guys with that one too. So yeah, what they did is that they took a bunch of Grineer weapons, such as like the Heck, the Hind, the Carrack, the Sobek. Like there's a bunch of them, like probably around 20 weapons from the Grineer arsenal, and they got buffed up to have a new variant that you earn by spawning and defeating a Lich. And the way that works is that when you have access to Liches, which is after War Within and Rising Tide, you get to go into Grineer tileset missions, you complete your objective, you spawn a candidate, and once you kill that candidate, it shows up with a weapon over its head, and then if you execute that candidate, it creates a Lich that will wield that weapon with a certain elemental bonus based on whichever type of frame you were on when you killed it. And what that does is, in result, is that it gives you a special weapon that has a randomized elemental bonus based on the progenitor. And what I'm doing right now is I am figuring out the right mod combination to execute the Lich to then steal its weapon or convert it and add it to my roster. So right now I'm just completing missions on planets that my Lich has taken over. And by killing its thralls, which are the ones that have a red marker right now, so like this blue guy over here, once I put it to 1 HP, he falls over, and I do a Assassin's Creed style execution on it, and it kind of builds up this little meter that you see at the top of the screen here. And once that circle is full, it will reveal a third and final mod for the sequence. So the idea is you try to figure out the right sequence of 3 mods to get the secret assassination on the Lich, to then send it to a final confrontation. Yeah, at least now I'm not killing one of my sisters. But, you know, there is also a Sisters of Parvos mechanic, which is the same as Liches, but for Corpus weapons, and it basically leads to better, well, Corpus weapons. Yeah, actually doing the process helps a lot in the understanding of it. It might seem a little bit abstract, just showing it and explaining it out loud, but I will try to cover the different aspects of it as we get to it. Yeah. Oh yeah. So Glass Turtle's Discord avatar happens to be her actual stream PNG tuber, because she is a fellow streamer and also content creator, as well as being my current emote artist. So if you like to support, you know, artists and fellow creators, do give her a follow on Twitch as well. She's been live streaming her process of creating my emotes earlier today. And when she's on stream, that little turtle is her own icon, and whenever she talks, the turtle talks. And it's really adorable. She's a fantastic artist and a really good streamer too. She's been a good friend of mine for several years now. And yeah, she also had a near mental breakdown creating one of the funniest emotes I've ever seen of one of my cats. And it's going to be amazing. Incredibly thankful for those. And I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on them. And for people that cannot or have, you know, any specific or not reason to not be able to sub on Twitch, which, you know, I will never fault anyone for not being able to or not wanting to, you know, subscribe. That's perfectly reasonable. They will be on Discord as well once we get our hands on it. So all the emotes custom made will be on both Twitch and Discord the moment we get them. So be on the lookout for those in the next few days.
Another successful mission. Find extraction.
Your avatar is made by your artist friend who made a custom people. Oh, that's awesome. That is also really cool. Hold on, let me see if I can see it. Oh, that's a wait. That's a really cool one. I'm trying to see it in a bigger picture. It's a really cool peepo. Yeah, I saw it. I looked at it on Twitch. Yeah, it is a really cool one. I like it. Is there like any reference to the design of it, or is it just based on stuff you loved? Like, I can't really quite place where the design kind of comes from. I can see like shoulder pads and like the red ribbons and all that. Well, I didn't want to put any pressure on you, Tazzy. Next few days, I didn't want to pressure you into making them by tomorrow. I know you said you want to have them finished by tomorrow, but you were also... Ah, gotcha. That's where I remember it from. Yeah, that makes sense. The WoW T1 preset. Gotcha. I knew it looked familiar, I just couldn't really put my finger on it. Yeah, she is absolutely a hyper-focusing monster. She has been just cranking out those emotes at a blistering pace. They will be ready when they will be ready. I will not be putting any pressure on you. Okay, so back at the subject at hand. So liches. What I'm currently doing, so this is the lich interface.
I am with business to settle, but done smartly, wisely. Take from you quick smart, never know I was there, yes.
You done? Okay, thank you. So what I did was I ran a cold align frame, which was frost in this case. So I created a Kuva lich that was holding a Heck shotgun with a cold aligned frame, so it gave me a cold bonus. So it would generate a Kuva Hex shotgun that has a 27% bonus cold damage applied to it. That damage bonus ranges from 25 to 60, so this is a fairly low roll. And you can have that for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different weapon bonuses, which range from like radiation, magnetic, toxin, electricity, cold, heat, and impact for some reason. They chose that impact was kind of an interesting one. And then as you kill more and more thralls, you unveil those known requiems at the bottom here, but they don't give you any specific order, so that's why they kind of shift around. They don't tell you in which order to put them. You kind of have to figure that out by trial and error. So now I know 2 of them for sure. So I know for sure that this one is here, because this orange glowy one means that it's confirmed. So I know that this one goes in the second slot. This one I missed. I didn't put the right mod in, so I don't know for sure which one is here. And I'm currently using one that is kind of a wild card, so it mimics any potential mod. So it allows you to kind of skip a slot and go to the next one without knowing for sure which mod goes there. But as you gain more and more progress, you can figure out which one is the third and then just try the right combination and go forward. And then as you progress, like the lich starts on Earth, so you hunt it on Earth, you attempt to stab it. Once you stab it and you either fail or completely kill it, it moves on. If you fail to kill it, it moves on to Mars, and then to Ceres, and then to Phobos. No, not Phobos. Sedna? Or Saturn first? Yeah, I think it goes to Saturn first. Either way. Can you get lucky and just happen to get it first right? Yeah, absolutely. You can. So there's only a set amount, only a certain amount of mods that can be used for that. I don't think I have all of them, but there are all these black and red mods. So there's only a limited amount